finding someone who can guide you in a right direction for your career is very difficult nowadays. There is so much out there that you get confused where to listen, where to go, what is right, what is wrong. So today we have Priyanka and Vedant from Close Finder who are determined to make Har Ghar counselor, where everyone knows what to do, where to go, and what path to choose. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Matlab, what have you done before? How is it?
Okay, so my name is Priyanka. Yeah, I'm the founder with Co-Finder, and thank you for inviting us for today's interview.
My pleasure.
And with regards to a little bit about myself, like I've done my education in UK. I've done my masters UG PG back in UK, and then I came to my home country, where my father was like, "You have to come. You don't have any other option." Being from a very traditional family, of course. So I came back, then I chose this industry, of course, to counsel students. And then I have a work experience of almost 8 to 9 years plus in this industry. And I'm enjoying my job. Yeah, a lot. So yes.
So I'm from a advertising background. Okay, I have 5+ years of experience in advertising, branding and all like. So I work with many corporates, developed many brands from scratch to the top, like from designing logo to to the consumer, like OTC products and all like. So this is what I said, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you were already in this field, like working
Right.
with someone else.
Right.
So what was the thought that made you start this kind of company, and like what was that passion that brought you here?
Okay. So when you have been already to UK and you are also being graduated from a very good Russell Group University. So when I had chosen and when I told my father that what, I want to go abroad for studies. So the first challenge was कहाँ जाना है, क्या course करना है. We in our times we did not have a career counselor or a career mentor, we can say, a coach or something like that. So during our times. Right now, every school has a career counselor. Everybody is a career counselor, I can say. Even your parents can guide you, or even your friends. अच्छा मैं यहाँ पे जा रहा हूँ तो तू भी चल या whatever, kind of that. It's the social media. The way the content has been there in on Instagram, or the students going there and becoming a vlogger or whatever they do, right? So there is too much of content available right now on social media. During our times, there was nothing. I used to break my own head. I used to email the university that, okay, fine, what exactly now is the next step if I want to go and I want to come and pursue. So that was the first thought, where what course and which country and which university. यहाँ पे तो we can go to Mithibai, we can go to NM, or we can go to the college and just see the campus, what exactly it is. But right now, everything is available. You have that campus YouTube, you can see the campuses or whatever. So during my times, of course, that challenge was there, and still some parents and students are so confused. So when I had gone there and I had so much of challenges. For example, food challenge or weather challenge. यहाँ पे एकदम proper sabzi roti, and what we have, that masalas and everything in Indian cuisine, where अचानक से you go on a very bland food, where I was like, what the hell am I doing here? All that homesickness, all that depressions, where parents are not around, your friends are not around, you're just alone in the country, and you don't know where do you go. So first challenge was, of course, and these challenges nowadays even still the students face. I have counseled so many students and parents where they face such challenges. Still in today's era as well, where so much content and everything is available on or some or the other person, your friend is there, your relative is there in that country, still, So when I was there as a student, I thought, why not, getting into this field, and why not, sharing my experience to the students and parents. When मैंने जो challenges face किए हैं, शायद मैं आपको बता के वो challenge कम कर सकूँ, so that you can focus more on your studies. You can focus more on your opportunities where you're going. Because तब तो क्या था, when you are entering, you are first 3 months, 6 months, you're just figuring out that what's happening. You know.
I think the minute you land, you actually don't know, like
You just don't know where do I take my SIM card from, or where do I book a taxi
how
from.
do I reach
How do I reach? My biggest challenge was, I remember when I had decided, and when I landed at a Heathrow airport, and when I had a friend who promised me, okay, I'll come and pick you at the Heathrow airport, so uske bharosa mein chali to gayi. But suddenly when I'm landing there, he's messaging that I'm not coming. I'm like, oh God, now where do I go? And I did not tell my father about it, because he was in that shock. अरे बाप रे, अभी क्या करेगी ये? So वो challenges करते करते finally I thought, okay fine, let us get into this industry. My first job after when I came back to India after my studies, my first job was as a counsellor. In one of the very good agencies, IDP, which is one of the very good brands in India right now, and recruiting students from abroad. So counsellor, senior counsellor, managers, and I went to the university part where I was a director with one of the admissions with one of the US universities, talking to so many people, traveling pan-India, South Asia and everything. So it was seeing that, okay, वो बोलते हैं ना, kick मिलती है kind of that, where you are meeting people, you are guiding them on the proper way of courses and universities and all these things. So yeah, this was a moment where I thought that, okay fine, why not starting my own company where we do counsel students on the right paths. And right now even students and parents are very confused. It's not their fault, because there are more than 20,000 courses available in the world. What does a company require? The company requires the skills. खाली BCom या BBA करके कुछ होता नहीं है. They require so many other curriculars and skills and everything to be added. So that's where I thought that, okay fine, every student in India should have a career guidance or career counsellor. That was a mission where I started with this company with co-signer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you join?
It is a long story. Oh my God.
Long story and interesting story. So being in one line I can say solving a problem. So being an advertising person, I have worked with many industries like engineering industry, plastic industry, cosmetics, garment, food industries. So every time I have to solve the problem of the products and brand. How to lift their brands. Okay. So that problem solving quality, is there in thing like So when we met and she was discussing about the students' problem, like they are not getting good counseling and information and all. So I thought, and education is something very close to my heart, like education industry and all, like So then I told her, let's do this, like we'll establish a company. Initially she was doing as an on her name only. Then I joined and we discussed, like let's make a brand, let's make a company, and create whatever the psychometric analysis test and all, like So it is in process right now, of course. So entire company structure we decided, and then I went into this.
So what were the early challenges that you guys faced, and like what was how determined you were to like नहीं ये तो करना ही है हमें.
As the big monks and everybody says that every individual on this earth has a spiritual journey, a different spiritual journey. I connect that with an entrepreneur journey, where every individual's entrepreneur journey is very different. So when I had discussed the business plan and the plan, not the business, it was not a business plan kind of a thing, to him, and he said, let's do it. It's a quick response from him that let's do it. I'm like, okay. So when he joined in, it was of course a very initial stage where he even made the logo of the company. So everything was there, right? And the challenges we are still facing. It's just the learning and unlearning experience each and every minute or each and every day of our life. The initial, challenges where what we faced and we are still facing is hiring the right employees.
That is the big
Additional employees. अरे यार इससे क्या काम करवाएं? अब ये ऐसा है, अभी उसका क्या चैलेंज है? उसको छुट्टी चाहिए, उसको ये नहीं. See, these are the very small things, but initially we were working as an employee, so we never saw that kind of a role where
the other side of the table.
The other side of the table where the management faces so many issues with regards to the employees as well. So that was a challenge, and we are still facing those challenges, and slowly and steadily we are, improving. We are, getting new people. We are getting the right people now after so many, challenges, and still the process and dedication is going on. Where he is a motivator to me, to be very honest, because he always motivates. नहीं यार ये तो करना ही है. ऐसा तो करना ही है यार. This is what the dedication we need to give to the company, where work is worship for him always. So that goes with me also. So some things what we learn from each other. Most of things what I learn from him, of course, with regards to the vast experience what he has of working in the MNCs and corporates. So I learned too many things from him, and that is what we evolve. And the best part about us is that as a founder and co-founder is he manages the whole business part, like the business strategies and ये Instagram पे डालना है वो डालना है, and I only focus on the students part. So it's pretty sorted, that we do not have such kind of nagging in between that ये मैं तेरा काम कर रहा हूँ या kind of that.
It's always like starting a new business is always tough.
Yeah.
Like you have to create your.
You have to play the role of HR, management,
yeah.
sales, marketing, everything. We have to play the role.
Right.
Initially, yes.
Yeah. Also, initially you don't know what will.
Even an accountant,
Yeah.
which is very difficult part.
Yeah. So तुमको सब सीखना है और सब करना है एक ही चीज़.
एम्प्लॉय को इंटरव्यू के टाइम पे कौन सा क्वेश्चन पूछे जिससे हमको पता चले he or she is a fit for our role or not. So वहाँ से लेके मतलब बहुत छोटी चीज़ है कौन सा क्वेश्चन पूछे, बिकॉज हमने कभी ऑफ कोर्स इंटरव्यूज नहीं लिए थे, तो वो कौन से क्वेश्चन से वी कैन जस्ट है वो भी हमको सोचना पड़ा. छोटी छोटी चीज़ें बहुत ध्यान रखनी पड़ती. देन ओनली वी कैन गेट गुड एम्प्लॉय. उससे कैसे आउटपुट निकालना, बहुत सारी चीज़ें.
उसको रिटेन कैसे करना, मतलब वो सब सीख जाए. He should not leave the company.
Yeah.
How to feel them comfortable in the organization, that is also our part. See, we have worked in corporates, I have worked with the 2,500 people in one company. तो वहाँ पे हर एक चीज़ के लिए अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट्स रहते हैं. So I have seen that department closely, of course. So how the big companies are run, that I know. But जब अपने खुद के ऊपर आता है ना, so we have to play all the roles. तो वो थोड़ी चैलेंजिंग है, but of course learning भी है.
तो लोगों को लगता है कि मतलब बिजनेस में पैसा है, so everyone wants to go there, but they don't know the struggles behind the business. Like
अगर सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है तो बिजनेस मत करो.
Correct.
अगर कुछ चेंज लाना है सोसाइटी में तो कुछ करो.
Right. So how would you measure success for co-founder? Like what would be that thing if you achieve that, or those parameters that you have decided कि हाँ ये हो गया तो मतलब I have achieved via co-founder.
Okay, so a businessman or an entrepreneur is never satisfied.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Like for example, if I compare it with employees, when we were an employee, that time हाँ चलो एक तारीख को सैलरी आ रही है ना, we अपने EMI सारे जा रहे हैं, our family is very comfortable, our kids are very comfortable, or people around us are very comfortable. That was okay. But when you put yourself in an entrepreneur journey, I feel that you should not be satisfied, because the day you be satisfied, that's it. That's your retirement age, and then वो automatic company चलती है, So of course with the vision and the mission where we want Har Ghar counselor, you know.
Okay.
So Har Ghar में एक career counselor mentor the student, and the career counselor ratio in India is like too low, you know, too low, I can say. And that vision mission what we are on right now on the journey path, where because they are our future. India is known as the youngest country, is one of the youngest countries, right? So वो भी एक patriotism आ जाता है that ठीक है, we have that young India and we should give them the right path and the career guidance, where the student and career counselor ratio should be in such a manner that Har Ghar career counselor, you know, so that at least we should have that, and our India should boost up, like, you know, where our Prime Minister Modi is ideally doing it. So that's what our vision and mission is, where we achieve at this level, and then hopefully that we get this on a career path. Yeah, so that's that.
That's really nice.
Yes.
Har Ghar counselor is
Yeah,
really nice.
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So अभी भी है, of course, as I said, अभी भी हर घर counselor एक तो आपको मिल ही जाता है, like your parents or your you know, your peers or your friends or whatever, but right guidance is very important. As I said earlier, that too many contents are available on Google, on Instagram, and in all these social media handles, where it's just the information.
Information, yes.
It's just the information. Where experience, practical exposure, the expertise, you know, comes from a professional. Like for example, if you want to, you know, go, you know, file your taxes, you will always go to chartered accountant. उससे आप negotiate तो नहीं करोगे. Chartered accountant बोलेगा कि मेरे को 5,000 चाहिए, तेरे visa file करने का तो you will, I mean your tax file करने का तो you will give it. You know, so that is where we require. Like for example, a lawyer. You know, you will never negotiate with a lawyer, will you? I mean, you have your case, and by जितना पैसा लेना है ले ले, you get our things sorted. So it's that way where I want to create the awareness of career. We want to create the awareness of career counseling, which is very important. And right now, the way our national education policy is, it's already running, and it's going to have the bright future, where we always say that it's study in UK or study in USA or study in whatever external countries. We should have studied in India, but already Prime Minister Modi has already done that, and we are happy, and we are not doing only overseas, but we are promoting study in India as well, where we have a very, very, very proud moment for India as well, where we have one of the Australian university as Deakin University coming in Gift City in Gujarat. That's the first overseas campus which is coming in Gujarat. It's a proud moment for us and proud moment for India as well. We invite students to study in India as well, exchange cultures, skills and everything, so we can have that as well. So yeah.
What kind of students do you get? Like कि out of India जाना है बस, or they are really like into those kind of courses, or they really want to achieve something. So how do you deal with these kind of students?
Yeah,
So-
we get mixed students. Like some of our, of course, only for you know, going abroad. Some of our very serious, like, you know, people who are going students.
So when I am counseling a student, I am parallelly counseling a parent as well. I encourage parents getting involved in their careers. I understand that right now in today's era, both the parents are earning and they are independent and whatever the scenarios are. But with regards to parents, frequently I'll get a question, अच्छा मैम अगर ये मेरे बच्चे ने साइकोलॉजी कर लिया तो इसका फ्यूचर क्या है, कितना कमा लेगा या कमा लेगी, you know. So that kind of questions and mentality is what currently I understand, that every parent is very much concerned about their children, but the main thing is that it should not be a dissatisfaction for the student at a later stage. for example, if a student wish to go for a physiotherapy course or probably an engineering program or whatever, and a parent is like, nahi, tujhe to yahi karna hai, you know, because they are imposing their dreams on their children, which is still going on, of course. And ये तो ऐसे ही करता है, ये खाली गेम्स खेलता है, या इसको तो ये नहीं आता है. They come and crib on their children, where they should encourage that what are their strengths. You know, I understand everybody has their weaknesses. I have my weaknesses. You might have. He might have. Every individual is not perfect, right? So these are the challenges that the parents should understand their weaknesses and convert them into their strengths. You know, and then they should not ask, अच्छा कितना कमा लेगा, अभी क्या ट्रेंड चल रहा है, अच्छा AI, अभी तो AI का बहुत चल रहा है, so अच्छा every single person is getting under AI. मतलब 10th खत्म नहीं किया, engineering science ले लिया, integrated course कर लिया, बस अभी तो उसको coding और AI ही करना है. You know, that is a trend set. मतलब अपन जो trend set करते हैं, that goes along. You know, which should not be the case. I would like to share one experience, a beautiful experience where the student was a great academic, was really great in her academics. She, I think, scored around 93-94% in her grade 10th. And I was happy where she was the first student and said that, ma'am, I want to take arts as a stream. Into 93 and 94%. When she came and when I saw her psychometric test, I thought that she's going to take science. And I was all prepared with all my answers and everything, and suddenly she's coming and saying, ma'am, I want to take arts. I was so happy. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. And the thing is, she came with a parent. And the best part about the parent is, like, whatever she wants to do and she's happy with, I'm okay with. You know, I don't mind what my relatives or my husband or my mother-in-law, father-in-law is saying that इसको 93% आया, 94% आया, इसको आर्ट्स में क्यों डाला है? So the parents should encourage their children and not impose their dreams on them, because the trend is changing, the era is changing. Every single person, people are so camera friendly right now. If I want to shoot a reel, I'm like, अच्छा अभी नहीं करती, बाद में करती हूँ, अभी नहीं करती. So they are so exposed to every single thing. You know, now it's up to the parent कितना उनको exposure देना, कितना नहीं देना. It's on the parenting side. It's not the fault of the student, I can say.
Yeah.
You know, because they're exposed to the luxury cars, they're exposed to the luxury phones. iPhone के नीचे तो कोई बात करता ही नहीं है. So in our times when I was in school, 10th के बाद मुझे एक phone मिला था 11th में. Grade when we had entered the college. That time I had got a phone and I told my father I want this phone. My father said, are you mad? This is so expensive. मैं भी नहीं use करता हूँ. You know, kind of that. But अभी of course I understand that everything is going digital. उनको expose होना पड़ता है किसी चीज़ को लेके. I understand. But it's again with regards to the parent and how they do it. But there are definitely some parents which I really respect, where they are involved in the process and they are encouraging their kids to do what they want to do. So at the later stage, job नहीं जम रहा है, you know, the dissatisfaction, that thing comes into the family, you know, the external environments, everything hampers when an earning person is not satisfied with the job he or she is doing. So everything which is connected, the strings connected to him or her is affected.
Correct. So like you said, there are a lot of content available online.
Yeah.
Like how do you differentiate कि क्या right है क्या wrong है? So how do you place yourself on social media so that your purpose is in place, like people know, like you care for like giving you right counseling or whatever your purpose is. So how do you place yourself to them online or offline? Like obviously offline, the students you have already catered to, they would recommend you. Then online, you have to place yourself in a certain way. So how do you like plan?
So our counseling is, you know, it is not biased with you know, whatever the stream we like and you know, whatever stream knowledge we have. So whatever the psychometric result is come, and we have trained counselors also. Of course. So we believe into what the student's strength is and what he or she likes. We are not going with the parents' peer pressure and all that. So honest guidance is our motto. Right? After all, it is depend on parents कि हम कितना भी काउंसिल करें. कुछ पेरेंट्स ऐसे भी हमने देखे हैं कि हम कितना भी बोले but you know they put it into their dream line and whatever the line. But हमारे वहाँ पे वही है कि जो भी स्टूडेंट को गाइडेंस मिलेगा वो एकदम विदाउट एनी बायस माइंडसेट, तो एकदम ऑनेस्ट गाइडेंस. ऑनेस्टी इज आवर लाइक थिंग, या, एंड ट्रांसपेरेंसी.
And too much of examples and everything, I give them articles to read, where, for example, if the student is coming for they have a mindset that, okay, fine, I want to go for this stream only, because they are not aware of other streams. They are not aware of other streams where there is good content available on social media. I go through them on the content. I tell them that, okay, fine, ये podcast सुनो या ये content देखो. This is a certificate. What you need to do. Go through you yourself research. See, my work is to guide you. But the other part of the research, you should know that what exactly you are going to do in the future. अगर तुमको CA बनना है, तो CA में क्या core है? If you are not good at numbers, you're done. And the thing is that they should go in the core root of that subject, of the stream, right? And they should read articles, they should go with the content, with the podcasts or whatever the reels or social media handles are giving them with regards to of that stream. They should go into that, they should get into the certification courses. Certification 3 महीना करके देखो, जम रहा है तो ये streams you can go ahead with. Otherwise, if you don't know कि कितनी मेहनत लगती है वो CA में, because the CA in India, for example, the passing rate is 1 to 3%, and वो depression में आ गया कि भाई अभी तीसरा attempt दिया, अभी now I cannot do it. There is so much of content available. For example, the half CA, the series which are coming, So there is so many things available, but you need to know how rightly you consume that. अभी आपने किसी को पूछा कि भाई क्या मतलब कहाँ से किया है, क्या है, and then see, every characteristics is different, every individual is different, every individual's abilities, interests, patience, everything is different. So we are dealing and I am dealing with parents and students with different mindsets on daily basis, on every hour. So we also have to keep ourselves updated with all the social medias, all the streams which is coming in.
Even whatever the new emerging lines.
Yeah. The offbeat careers.
And, So that we have to keep update ourselves, and our counselors are doing that also.
Yeah.
So we spend lots of time in researching the work. Because if we learn something, we research something with the very authentic proof and everything, then only we can guide our students. So updating ourselves is the main thing. So yes, I regularly tell our counselors and to talk to her, keep update yourself, because nowadays every 6 months trend changes. और कोई भी लाइन में कोई नई बहुत सारी नई लाइन ऊपर के आई है. लाइक एंड स्टूडेंट नो ओनली एक रिसर्च कुछ हमने पढ़ा था, रिसर्च पेपर, they are claiming that student and parent know only 7 career paths.
Yes.
There are many career paths, almost 20,000 plus career paths.
Right.
But जो main 7-8 जो career paths है वही लोगों को याद रहते हैं. डॉक्टर है, इंजीनियरिंग है, एडवोकेट है, like CA है,
police.
But there are many other career paths. So जो भी नए emerging career paths है, we research about them. उसमें क्या career benefits है, उसका future क्या है, तो हमको रोज अपडेट करना होता है. Then only we can guide student. So all this content we put on our social media, yes, blogs and all that.
इट्स जस्ट दैट जैसे मैंने बोला देखा अच्छा उसने बहुत अच्छा किया कोडिंग में, चलो अभी कोडिंग तू 9 से 6 बैठने वाला वो कोडिंग कर रहा है, नहीं मैम मुझे ऑफिस जॉब नहीं चाहिए, तो फिर कोडिंग क्यों कर रहा है? You know, so all these things which they should know and they should have that mirror image of the particular stream, that this is what I have to be prepared. You know, medicine लेना है तो medicine and JEE NEET वाले बच्चे are very strong headed and very focused. आप उनको हिला नहीं पाओगे, but एक बार वो डाउट आ गया कि भाई यार नहीं अभी मेरे को डाउट है कि मैं मेडिसिन करूँगा, नहीं मैं चेंज कर लो, तुम नहीं कर पाओगे फिर 5 साल में मेडिसिन. Because it's a long game. You can't just sit and just लेने के लिए ले लिया. This is the major gap which we found, where that's the reason we had a mission of Har Ghar counselor, you know, career counselors, where even the teachers has to be updated in the school, you know, where they should know about the offbeat careers. Right now, even the schools are having the career counselors, but they should be the teachers, because the first interaction of the student is with the teacher. You know, टीचर ने बोला हाँ चलो ठीक है, हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा था, टीचर ने बोला तो ये अभी पत्थर की लकड़ी हो गई, अब कुछ चेंज नहीं हो सकता. You know, so right now also the teachers and everything should be updated with all these things, where even we are collaborating with schools and we are giving trainings to the teachers as well, where they can also be the career counselors. They can ideally know about the courses, know about the consequences of the courses, know about the strengths of the students, interests क्या है, उनकी abilities क्या है. You know, and then mapping is very important. You know, then वो end goal तक वो बच्चा जा पाएगा.
Thank you guys for being here and sharing about your journey, about the purpose that you are catering to. And for our viewers, I'll share their websites link in the description box. And in case of any kind of counseling related to education required for students, for parents, please contact them. They are in the process of like Har Ghar
counselor, yeah.
Har Ghar counselor. So they are really passionate about what they do, and they would really give you a right guidance to fulfilling your aim. So thank you guys, and
Thank you so much, Nikita.
Thank you.
here's a token from our
Amazing.
side,
Thank you.
a reminder to follow
Follow
your
your
dreams.
Yeah, so I'll
Always.
keep this amazing. Always follow your dreams and your passion.
Yes.
Thank you so much for inviting us. It was a great chat and obliged. I really loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.